皆様おはようございます。
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We wish to begin the symposium. We'd like to thank you for having joined us on this event that is sponsored by the Japan Student Services Organization and Waseda University Global Information and Telecommunications Institute. The Coming Smart Society and Advanced Science and Technology Overcoming 311. I shall be serving as a moderator. From Waseda University Global Information and Telecommunication Institute, my name is Shigekazu Sakai. In opening this symposium, I would like to call upon the President of JASO, Japan Student Services Organization, Mr. Katsuhiro Endo. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the kind introduction. From JASO, Japan Student Services Organization, I'm the President, and Katsuhiro Endo. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to say a few opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for having joined us in spite of your very busy schedule for the International Symposium that is sponsored by JASO, Japan Student Services Organization, and GITI, Waseda University Global Information and Telecommunication Institute, to join us for the TIEC International Symposium, the Coming Smart Society and Advanced Science and Technology. We are trying to work towards enhancing the development of creative personnel. We are also dedicated to promoting international collaboration and exchange. We have programs to support overseas students, scholarships, and also support students in general. Our services are delivered to not just Japanese students, but also students from overseas, so that we are able to deliver comprehensive support services to all students. In this hall, the Tokyo International Hall, International Exchange Center, is also a hall that has been funded by our support. We have with us students from home, overseas, and also young researchers, and we are dedicated to providing appropriate living quarters, and we have also conducted annual events, the International Exchange Festival, and so that this serves as a hub for intellectual exchange. We have spearheaded cultural as well as exchange activities in the past, and also as we move forward, JASO has identified various themes under which we have conducted international symposiums. As we have entered into the 21st century, we have been confronted by natural disasters as well as food crisis, and also the Great East Japan earthquake that has occurred on March 11th. We are currently in a situation in which the social system is confronted by challenges on the energy front. And therefore, we have decided to host this symposium, the Coming Smart Society and Advanced Science and Technology Overcoming 311, with the support of Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, and supported by Ministry of International Affairs, Communication, and Institute of Electronics, Information, Communication, and Japan Society for Simulation Technology. We are seeing the rapid growth of countries around the world, particularly conspicuous in China. We are in the midst of change, and here in Japan, there has been a nuclear accident, and this has highlighted the importance of introducing renewable sources of energy. We are reflecting back on the manner in which we have consumed energy so that we are able to achieve a sustainable smart society. And today, we are joined by Dr. Daniel Kamen, Distinguished Professor, University of California, Berkeley. We are also joined by Dr. Tek Seng Lo, Managing Director, Agency for Science, Technology, and Research, so that we are able to receive an insight into the concept of a smart society for the future and also the technology that is required. We are also joined by overseas students and also Japanese students on this topic as we endeavor to achieve a smart society which requires international collaboration. And we will also discuss the role to be played by Japan in hosting this symposium. From the United States and also from Singapore, we have been joined by experts in the field to whom I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude. I would like to also thank the private companies for the cooperation extended, and also I would like to thank the co-sponsor, Waseda University, and also the Nakajima Commemorative Foundation has also provided a subsidy in hosting this symposium, and I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude. And I do hope that this will serve as an opportunity by which the audience will be equipped with a deeper understanding of the initiatives, activities are being taken across the globe, and also to provide some pointers as to what needs to be done as we proceed forward. I do hope that this symposium will become a most fruitful symposium. With these comments, I would like to conclude my opening remarks. I would like to thank you very much for having joined us on this occasion. Thank you very much, Dr. Endo. Nextly, we would like to invite the Vice President of Waseda University, Dr. Shuji Hashimoto. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from Waseda University, and on behalf of the university to which I belong, may I say that it is an honor to be the co-sponsor to this symposium. I wish to extend my heartfelt greetings. This symposium has been given the theme Overcoming 311. I'm also one of many who has been deeply moved by the great earthquake. When we look at the earthquake and looking back, overseas in 2004, there was a Sumatra earthquake, which was of a massive scale. There are many lives lost. 220,000 people lost their lives. And there have been a sequence of events that have occurred since then, the latest being 2010 in Haiti, which was also a massive scale. Again, 220,000 lives were lost. In Japan domestically, fresh in our memory is 1995, the Great Hanshin Kobe earthquake. There were 6,600 people whose lives were lost. And last year, March 11th, in the Great East Japan earthquake struck. I do not know if the tally is complete, but 20,000 people have lost their lives. And even today, there are several hundreds of people or millions of people who have been impacted by the nuclear accident, and they are unable to continue the lives that they have led. In the Great Kobe earthquake, I recall having thought, I remember I was in Tokyo, and therefore I did not physically feel the earthquake, but of course the news reached me across by the television. I remember that was struck, and I pondered as to how many people would be impacted and how many lives would be sacrificed. I had thought that maybe several hundreds or possibly topping 1,000 people in number. However, the toll quickly has arisen to top to 6,000. And I was taken because we would never have thought that so many lives would be lost in this modern Japan. However, that was not the case, but I think that we had held to this belief. And last year, the numbers were even greater. In a single earthquake, more than 20,000 people were to lose their lives, and the ensuing impact continues. Several hundreds of thousands of people are still confronted by a difficulty. In Haiti, there were 220,000, one digit of fewer, but even then, still too many. And I remember what folly, how much of a folly has become of me. I have been misled to believe that there would not be such a massive sacrifice in Japan because Japan is so modern. Of course, these natural disasters strike unexpectedly, and the same could happen anywhere in the world, wherever we may be. And the question that arises in my mind is that in developing countries, in advanced countries, what does advanced mean? We are referred to as an advanced nation. We are referred to as a nation with advanced technology. So how does this advancement protect our lives? And how does being advanced allow us to sustain a comfortable life? How are we to conceive of this definition of being advanced? In Waseda University, in the advent of the great earthquake, many faculty members as well as students made their way to serve as volunteers. And we have also pondered as to what we can do as Waseda University. We have also pondered as to what we will be able to do by tapping into the resources that we have had in 3 areas, from the humanitarian to the scientific. We have 7 projects that are ongoing so that we can contribute. We are referred to as an advanced nation, and there are many people who make their way from overseas to learn. But again, we must reflect back on what advanced state of a nation specifically means. And we are in a situation in which we must reflect upon ourselves. There are many peers we have across the world. What can we do together with our peers? This is also another question I believe that we should address. And this symposium, out of the numerous challenges, we will focus on energy. From Waseda University, we will have an expert on mobility and also expert from ICT, and we will hear what they have to say. And from the United States and also from Singapore, we have Dr. Kam and we have Dr. Lo. And this presents a wonderful opportunity to engage in discussions. And also Waseda University, together with JASO, we have been able to work together. And I believe that this is a wonderful opportunity. We are truly honored. I do hope that this venue serves as an opportunity to engage in discussions. I do hope that you will take back various issues so that you will be able to build on the issues to deliver for the future. We at Waseda University, we believe, have been granted with a wonderful opportunity by which to debate and discuss what needs to be done in the future. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tajima. Now we are going right into the keynote speech. However, before we start the keynote speech, I would like to first of all explain to you on the actual purpose of today's symposium. As the title and subtitle says, and also Dr. Hashimoto as well as Dr. Endo had also mentioned in his opening remarks, March 11th last year has given us a devastating experience amongst all the Japanese people. Because in the past, we have had the advancement of technology and thought that we created the most convenient, no-risk society. However, And at the same time, we thought that we would benefit from all the advancement of the society as well as technology. However, the March 11 earthquake had hit Japan. And many people, not only us, but many of the professionals and all people from all over the field have thought that we would have to come to a point where we need to revisit all the society affluences that we have established so far. As part of that, the energy had played a very important role since March 11, because energy issue since the crippled nuclear power plant here in Japan has given us the opportunity to rethink of the energy issues. And I think that this topic is now being addressed in various parts of our society. For example, even at home, you would talk about the energy problems. And another issue that we would need to look at is that how are we going to tackle this issue and at the same time resolve these issues? And I would say that the people's eyes are on Japan as to how we're going to overcome the issues that we are challenged with today. Meaning that the experience here in Japan, as well as the decision makings for our future and the actions for our future, is going to represent the major influence over the energy schemes down the road in the future for the world. And we also have the International Information Research Center, which I belong to, which is a graduate school. And as it says, we specialize in information technology. And from this perspective, if we look at these issues, oftentimes we have been discussing in our classrooms as to what would be the best way for us to move towards to. And one of the major important topic that we oftentimes talks about is the smart technology. The smart technology existed from quite a while ago. For example, smart grid. I think you know of that very well. And we also have the word smart community, which has a more of a wider connotation on the utilization of smart technology. And today we talk about the smart meter that people can use at home. This can be connected, and at the same time, the energy usage could be visualized. In the past, electricity has been checked once every month. However, this smart meter enables us to confirm of the energy utilization in a more frequent manner. And I would say that these words have come to a point where it appears here and there on the newspaper articles. So supply, demand, consumers, we would be leveraging on this smart technology so that the total waste of utilization of energy could be removed to the extent possible. And I think that the smart energy would enable us to do that. And the smart technology is going to be one of the major topics that we would be focusing today, meaning that by utilizing the smart technology, we could remove as much waste as possible of the energy utilization that would lead us to the smart society building. And such cutting-edge technology would be necessary in order for us to achieve that society. And we would not be able to talk of our future society without talking about this sort of cutting-edge technology. So the future smart city and the cutting-edge technology would be the two major important vehicles for us to address for our future.